Good evening, everyone. How are you? I said, good evening, everyone. How are you? Much better, much better, much better indeed. Well, before we get started, I've got to ask a few questions. Does anyone here like to watch movies? Yeah. How about watching TV? Anyone like TV? Yeah. I don't suppose there's anyone who likes computer games at all, right? Yeah. Okay. Anyone like to listen to music, like on DVD, MP3 players? Yeah. Well, listen. If you were alive about 150 years ago, you'd be lost. You know why? There were no TVs. There was no movies. There weren't any DVD players, any computer. What did kids do to have fun? No, here's what they did. They'd get up in the morning and they'd go to school. Then they'd come home and they'd work, they'd help around the house, and then after that, they'd make sure that everything was taken care of in the house. Then eventually, they'd all sit around the house and tell stories. You see, because they didn't have anything else to do, so they tell stories about things they knew about. And that would get really boring. Really boring, because it's the same story over and over and over again. So they decided to start stretching the truth, making these stories a little bit less believable. That's how we came up with Tall Tales. And we're going to figure out tonight, some of these tall tales, they're about real people. And some of them are about made-up people. Some are about both. Now, you look like a pretty smart group here, so I'm going to ask you if you can help me. We'll figure out if it's a real person or not real person, okay? Can you help me with that? Parents, you're included in this, okay? Well, let's start with one of my favorite stories of all time, and it's about cowboys. And I love cowboys, especially Pecos Bill. Best cowboy there ever was out there. Well, Pecos was born out in Texas, see? That's way out west. And when he was about 2 weeks old, he's sitting at the kitchen table eating some oatmeal, and his pa walks in with a grizzly bear. That grizzly bear walks right up to Pecos, starts sniffing his food. Pecos takes and wrestles that bear to the ground till he cries uncle. Then he just patted him on the head and they became friends. Spent the next 2 years chasing around each other like a couple of puppy dogs. That's when it happened. Pecos' father, he comes in, he goes, "Ma! Ma! living right next door. Truth be told, they were about 50 miles away, but in Texas, that's right next door. So Pecos and all 11 brothers and sisters loaded into a covered wagon and headed further west along the Pecos River. And they're going along and they hit a bump. Oh, Pecos falls out. He gets the wind knocked out of him. He's crying for help, but none's coming out, see? Because he got the wind knocked out of him. That wagon just kept on a-going. You know, it was 3 weeks before his parents even realized he was missing. That's because they had all those other mouths to feed. Well, don't you worry about Pecos, because he can take care of himself. Now, as soon as he got his wind back, he sat up and he said, what am I going to do now? 2 years old out here by the... Uh-oh. He looked over his shoulder. And just on the ridge there was a pack of coyotes. Now, coyotes are dogs like that. Big old dogs with big old bushy tails. And one of those coyotes starts coming down, sniffing towards Pecos. Hey, folks, you know what coyotes love for lunch? About 2-year-old boy meat. They were looking at it right there. They started sniffing around Pecos, and he sniffed right back. They couldn't believe it. This coyote, he runs back to the pack, and he goes to tell him he's never seen a human who wouldn't run the other direction. And Pecos was right behind him. Well, they couldn't eat this lunch. No, it was too special. So they made him one of their own. For the next 10 years, Pecos ran with the coyotes, chasing the other animals, running day and night. At night, they'd get up on that mountain range and howl at the moon. Oh, he was having a great old time. One day, he is sitting there, and all the coyotes around him in a circle, and Pecos is wrestling a grizzly bear. Yep, this cowpoke comes up on a horse. He can't believe his eyes. He sees a boy about 12 years old wrestling a grizzly bear. Unheard of. He gets off his horse just in case there's going to be trouble. He's got his hand on old Betsy, right? Well, no trouble. Pecos wrestled that bear to the ground. 1, 2, 3. Ow! Coyotes are all yipping and yapping. Cowpoke goes up to him and says, Son, what are you doing wrestling a grizzly bear? You know what Pecos said? Ow! See, he didn't speak English. He only spoke coyote. Yeah. Well, Cowpoke didn't know what to do. So he just reached in his pocket, gave him a little beef jerky, and walked on back towards his horse. Now, Pecos liked that beef jerky so much, he followed that cowpoke to his campsite. Took him 3 days to teach Pecos how to speak English. Pretty quick study. But it took another 3 days to convince him that he wasn't a coyote. See, the cowpoke said, Son, you're not a coyote, you're a human being. And Pecos goes, No, I'm a coyote. See, I run and chase after animals on the plains, and I got fleas like coyotes. Cowpoke said, most Texans got fleas. That don't make you a coyote. He goes, well, I can howl at the moon like a coyote. Cowpoke says, lots of Texans howl at the moon. They just call it singing. Well, it came down to this. Cowpoke's sitting there thinking, he says, look behind you. Pecos looked behind him. Says, nothing there. Exactly. Now, if you were a coyote, you'd have a big old bushy tail. Pecos stopped, he thought, and he said, must have lost it. Nah, you didn't lose it because you never had it in the first place. Now, will you believe me, you're a human being? Pecos knew what he was licking. He said, sure, I'm a human being. Now, this cowpoke showed him how to do all sorts of magnificent things, like how to ride a horse real well, how to catch cattle, and then when Pecos became famous, he showed other people how to... Whew. You know, I've been sitting here talking this whole time, and showing is way better than telling you. But I need a little help for this. Can I get some help here? Let me see. How about you right there? And you like to help? Sure, you right there. Would you like to help? Sure, you come on up there. And you help right here. Yes, okay. Oh, hands down. Don't worry. We got lots. Come on up here on the stage, folks. Come on up here on the stage. Let me see here. Yeah. What's your name? Sarah. Can you be a cowgirl for me? Yeah? We're going to catch some cattle, Sarah, okay? You need a rope. That's what you need. You need a nice old rope. Now, you hold on to this lasso in there, and we'll take this other end here, and you just hold on to it over here, Sarah. You hold on to it right over there, okay? Oh, now you two girls, what are your names? Brenda? Anna? Come on over here. Stand right up here. Right, oh, look out that way. look out that way, right next to each other. Now put your arms out like this. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, it's a clump of bushes. Yep, yep. Hey, Sarah, that's pretty lucky. See, because cowboys and cowgirls, when they want to they have a nice rope like this, see? They have a nice clump of bushes to hide behind. They take that rope and they take it out here like this, and they put that lasso out there like that. Hold on to the end, Sarah. Hold on to the end. Hold on to the end. Hide, hide, hide. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Bushes, rope, cow. Hey, what's your name? Bobby, Bobby. Bobby, we got to catch some cattle. Now, we're missing something here, buddy. We got bushes, we got a cowgirl hiding with a rope, and she's got to find some. What's missing from this equation? A cow! Oh, yeah! What sound do cows make? How's that go? A little bit louder, please. Did you hear him in the back there? Isn't it? Well, give him a round of applause. That's that, a cow? Yes, you can be my cow. Go ahead, move for me. And so Pecos would sit there and go, Bobby, move for me out there, will you? So Pecos would go, move for me. Let's hear him in the back. Move. There you go. There you go. So Pecos said to the cowgirls and the cowboys, you know, you got a great idea here. See, you got nice bushes to hide behind, good rope, nice sturdy, even some healthy cows that what? Moo. Moo. Oh, you can help for the rest of the herd. Yeah. But here's the problem. You see this cow? He's pretty smart. Yes, sirree. He's so smart, he's never going to walk into that rope. You know, we got to fix this problem. There's only one part of the problem missing. You got to get the cow into the rope. And how do you do that? You throw the rope at the cow. And eventually you catch the cow. But I don't want to chase the cow off the riser. So that's what he did. He taught him how to do that. Here, go off for me. Come here. Take a look out there. Ready? The count of 3, take a bow. 1, 2, 3. Give him a round of applause. You guys can go back to your seats. Be careful going off the stage there like the cow. So you see, that's how he taught him how to catch cows. Oh, Pecos was great with the rope. Matter of fact, one time he took a widowmaker. That was his horse. You heard about him in the song, folks. Yeah. Well, Texas was real nice and dry. Kind of a summer like we had this year. Not a lot of rain. Well, he heard there was a lot of storms going on out in